Now globally, Kawasaki's have a reputation of being mean, of needing men to ride them. They are that kind of motorcycles. But in India, the bikes that we've had on sale over the last couple of years, you'd think that the bikes are quick but docile. Kawasaki wants that thought to stop right now, which is why they've brought in their bad boy, the ZX-10R. We've got it for a quick sample of a ride to see what it can do. So how mean is the ZX-10R, you ask? How does 197 bhp sound? Actually, with ram air induction, this bike makes 207 bhp. I swear, the first time I read that, I started sweating a little bit.
Performance and racing is at the core of this Kawasaki, which is why the 4-cylinder 998cc motor has been optimized for lightness and strength in every which way. Racing influence can be seen in its cassette-type gearbox and slipper clutch. There is also a special titanium exhaust as standard. And on the street, the way the ZX-10R revs to its 14,500 RPM red line will make you beg for a racetrack. 0 to 100 will be around 3 seconds. And 160 comes up in under 6. That is lip-smacking performance. But there is a complaint that the ZX-10R feels a bit too tame when it's lower down in the rev range. Even that has an upside.
The power delivery of this motor is really easy to tap into. You could be sitting in city traffic in third gear doing 30 kilometers an hour and the engine won't feel snatchy. You just open the throttle and it will just wind the power up. It's got a very smooth linear power delivery. So when you whack the throttle open, there's no sudden burst of power at a particular point in the RPM range. It just shrieks all the way to 13,000 RPM where it makes its peak power and heads on to a 14,500 RPM red line.
Having fun on this motorcycle is guaranteed.
Sure, this motorcycle has vicious performance, but what helps you along are its electronics. It's got 3 modes for the engine, full, where you get the full blast of the BHPs that are on offer, and there's a mid mode, which softens power delivery. Then there's the low mode, which gives you only 60% of the power that the engine can make. But the big thing about the ZX-10R is its traction control. With this, you can set up the bike to have track mode, which is the first mode. Then there is the second mode, which is for intermediate riding, and the third mode for really slippery conditions. And in that mode, on our roads, you can really use the power of the motorcycle, ride it easy without worrying too much. And well, if you think you're man enough, you could switch it off.
I, however, did not switch anything off. The phenomenal brakes were made all the more potent thanks to the smooth ABS system. The goodie bag also includes an electronically controlled steering damper. It just lets you get on the gas and forget about tank slappers. But the packaging is what makes it so good. The cast alloy frame squeezes the bike together. The 18-13mm seat height puts you in the center of the bike. When you combine all of that, you get a liter class motorcycle that feels smaller and lighter than it rightfully should. The willingness with which this package flicks into corners is almost unbelievable at first. Then thanks to its considerable 14-25mm wheelbase, it holds on to its line faultlessly. The Bridgestone Battle Axe rubber is soft and grippy too. And when you combine all of that with the electronics, it almost makes you think, this is too easy.
You've got fully adjustable suspension front and rear, but in the standard settings that I've got the motorcycle, it felt, believe it or not, supple over our roads, even over some big bumps.
Now, even at standstill, the ZX-10R is a thing of joy. It looks sharp and purposeful, but at the same time, it brings a smile to your face, doesn't it?
What else do I like about this motorcycle? I must say it's beautifully finished. A nice detail is the rev control. It looks nice and works very well. Now, believe it or not, this bike also has an eco mode. So when you're just cruising around, you'll find that this little sign comes on the instrument cluster telling you that you're riding around in an eco-friendly manner. Nice. So what don't I like about the ZX-10R? There was something. I can't recall what it was right now. I'll get back to you on that.
The ZX-10R is that kind of bike. It just blows you away. Yes, it isn't the mean, big displacement Kawasaki we were expecting it to be, but we love it all the more for it.
The ZX-10R is a magnificent motorcycle. This leader class bike, in terms of size, just doesn't feel that way. It feels so compact. The way it rides, it's so easy. Not just in the way it turns it, but also the performance on the engine. Very nice and smooth, so easy to tap into it, whether you're riding in the city or riding fast out on nice winding roads. This will be a motorcycle you can really enjoy. And along with the electronics on offer, especially the traction control, this bike is really so well suited for Indian conditions. You don't have to worry too much about slippery conditions. Just choose the right mode. And at 15.7 lakh rupees for the ZX-10R, I think it's worth every rupee.
Hopefully, Kawasaki gets ready to share the ZX-10R with the rest of the country, because sadly, it's only available in Pune in the whole of India right now.